In the vast and powerful Persian Empire, where kings ruled with unquestioned authority and palaces gleamed with gold, a young Jewish girl named Hadassah lived in the shadows. Orphaned at a young age and taken in by her cousin Mordecai, she grew up quietly, hidden among the exiles. Her Hebrew name was Hadassah, but in this foreign land, she was called Esther. She was not royalty. She was not rich. She was simply a girl trying to survive in a kingdom that barely noticed her. But one decision would change everything. When Queen Vashti refused King Xerxes' command and was banished from the throne, a search began across the empire for her replacement. Beautiful women from every corner of Persia were brought to the palace. Among them was Esther, quiet, humble, and unknown. Unlike the others, she wore no arrogance or entitlement. Her beauty was more than skin deep, and it caught the king's eye. In a single moment, the crown was placed on her head, and the slave girl became queen of the most powerful empire on earth. But Esther's story was just beginning. In the shadows of the royal court, a man named Haman, proud and power-hungry, rose to a position of authority. He despised Mordecai, who refused to bow to him, and his hatred extended to all Jews. With cunning and deceit, Haman convinced the king to sign a decree to destroy every Jew in the empire. Death was coming, and not even the queen could escape it. When Mordecai heard the news, he tore his clothes in anguish and sent word to Esther, urging her to go before the king and plead for their lives. But to enter the king's court uninvited was to risk death. Still, Mordecai's words echoed in her heart. "Who knows if you were born for such a time as this?" Esther made her decision. She called for a fast. For 3 days and nights, she and her people prayed. Then, with trembling hands and a courageous heart, she stepped into the king's presence. He looked at her and extended the golden scepter. Her life was spared. Esther invited the king and Haman to 2 royal banquets. At the second, she revealed her true identity. "I am a Jew," she said, "and my people have been marked for death." She exposed Haman's plot, and in a twist of justice, the king ordered Haman to be hanged on the very gallows he had built for Mordecai. The Jews were saved, Mordecai was honored, and Esther's courage became legend. To this day, her story is remembered during the Feast of Purim, a celebration of deliverance, of faith, and of a woman who rose from obscurity to save a nation. She was a slave, turned queen, an orphan, turned heroine. Esther, the woman who discovered that sometimes the greatest power lies not in titles or thrones, but in faith, timing, and the courage to act.